Thank you. Thank you.
You doing okay?
Thank you very much.
You ran a marathon to get here, huh?
Oh, yeah. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Blessings.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
Deontay, in what round you gonna finish it?
You got to be there to see it. February 22nd.
22nd.
Saturday, it's gonna be crazy. I want to give a big shout out to Ross. Ross? Yeah. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Oh, the weigh-in. Oh, yeah.
Can we get one last bomb squad?
Right hand side to us.
Bomb Squad!
Here we are at MGM Grand in Las Vegas. As you can see behind me, we've got the Wilder Tyson Fury second fight. We actually landed yesterday, so we missed a lot of the content. However, we're here. It's the ceremonial weigh-ins tomorrow. We're meeting Nick Pete and Adam Cattrall very shortly to create even more content leading up to this fight, UFC 248. We're also going to LA. We're going to be speaking to Eddie Bravo, Jeremiah Vance, Chito Vera. Hopefully we'll see Tony Ferguson rolling around and maybe get a word with him about Khabib. But who knows? Here we are. We're going to make some content to see what happens.
And I think that he's, it's not like he doesn't know Sugar Hill. He's been with Sugar Hill, and Sugar Hill's, they seem to have bonded now. And I was with him the day before yesterday over the house, and he looks in great physical shape. Mentally, he was on the money. I just think it's the old adage: a good boxer will always beat a big puncher. That's what I've always believed that.
Depends how big that puncher is.
But remember, listen, he did last time.
Last time I outboxed him,
Let me tell you.
I had him.
See what happens? What you do when you do that, you put yourself under pressure because you're saying the big puncher is gonna win. Then you're waiting every round.
You're waiting to throw that shot, and the rounds are
Yeah.
slipping by.
Yep.
And I'll tell you the other thing. He is a big puncher. He's a massive concussive puncher. But he got up twice.
Yes.
And going into that fight, he said yesterday, he said Tyson Fury, he's a boozer. He's taking cocaine. These are all, it's out there. Tyson has said this in his book. He knows it. But he didn't beat that guy. He didn't beat the guy that done all that.
Yeah.
In the last fight, that was the time he was going to beat him. This time he's been clean living. He's worked hard. So now he's got to go and see if what he can do any different. Now, what can Wilder do any different he did in the last fight? He ain't going to outbox him. He's got to catch him. And I think that Tyson will be more fitter.
Are you guys moving in on my interview? You guys are moving in on my interview. Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
It's a pleasure as always. We just get a photo of the three of them.
Yeah, he's going to be here. They're only live for another 3 minutes.
One quick shot.
Just one quick shot.
One quick shot.
Literally one quick shot.
Tell him to come back.
You take this photo.
Good, Lennox. You should do this for a living.
Right. Put the mic down quickly.
How you doing? Welcome to Las Vegas. We're in the MGM Grand. We're in the media room, where today has been absolutely crazy. Let's just have a quick turn around. Just go to the side there slightly. Have a look at all this. These are all the television companies. Everybody from around the world is in the building, as are the Full Reptile. You can see the background. Deontay Wilder there. He's just doing an interview for ESPN. They've been doing loads of media today, these guys. Tyson was in a little bit earlier on, having a little bit of a chinwag, talking to the world's media and what have you. This week has been absolutely hectic. I've never seen anything like it, really, when it comes to media obligations for two heavyweight fighters preparing for the biggest fight of their lives. They've been doing media Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, now it's Thursday. They've got more to do tomorrow with the weigh-in, and then obviously we get down to it on Saturday night when they throw down. Who's getting the best of the psychological warfare? You would traditionally say Tyson Fury, but Deontay Wilder this week has been the coolest, the calmest that I've ever seen him. I remember in Los Angeles last time when we were doing at the Staples Center, he was rattled, he was on edge. The Gypsy King was living in his head rent-free, as they kept telling us, and it was true, it was very evident. This time round, he don't care, mate. He don't care. Look at him in the background there at this moment in time. He's so cool, so calm, so collected, and I think that has come from the confidence of his last two performances. One against Dominic Breazeale, knocked him out in the first round, and then he stalked Luis Ortiz, didn't he? He stalked him, waited for his opportunity, lost every round up until that point, and then bang. He only needs to be perfect for 2 seconds. The big question this time round is, can the Gypsy King stay away from that big right hand for 36 minutes? Or, like what he's telling us throughout the course of the week, is he going to put it back on him? Can he stop Deontay Wilder? Whatever happens, it's going to be absolutely epic.
I just wanted to get a little bit of a breakdown and analysis on how you think the fight's going to go and how it's going to compare to the last fight.
My prediction for the fight is very simple. I think if Deontay land his best shot anytime in the fight, from first round to 12, I think the fight is over. So we'll say hypothetically, this is how serious I am about it. If he goes out and land that right hand in the first 30 seconds, this was all good, but it's only a 30-second fight. Now, the key plot to it all is what Fury is made of, but he's still human. And the human concept body was not made to take what this man has natural. It just wasn't. The shit I've seen him do to guys with 20-ounce gloves on, with headgears do, it give me goosebumps, bro. I've just never seen it. And I've been in this since I've been 12 years old. I've been in Vladimir camps, tons, Vitales. I've been in Mike Tyson camps. Was Lennox Lewis sparring guy when I first turned pro. I've never seen nobody with this kind of power, like never. So and it's so serious that it just don't matter when he lands it. Now if you can maneuver and you got the stuff to get out the way, then it's cool until it lands. You're never safe. When you weigh in 204 and you fighting somebody 200 and plus pounds, Tyson Fury height, and you're still able after 12 hard rounds of being that light, legs this skinny like they say, and still put him the way that he had him out, that's serious. And what I'm saying, Tyson Fury would agree with it probably because, of course, I'm siding this way, but the logic of it, he will understand it. This is just human nature. If he hits you, it's over. I'm sorry that, it is so not rocket science with Deontay. If he hits you, it's over. So somebody, now, I always hop out of myself and play devil's advocate. So somebody will say, well, how you know that? I've seen it, I felt it, the records speak for itself. Common sense. Everything that man said he was going to do, he did it. That shit he did to Bermain Stavern, that second fight, immaculate. What he did to a very tough, skillful Luis Ortiz 2 times, incredible. Incredible. Like, this is just, I'm not even impressed with his power no more. I'm impressed with the way he lands his power. I'm impressed where he puts you at to land that shot. It's almost like Michael Jordan. 5 seconds left. Everybody know he's going to get the ball. Why was him and the Kobe Bryant still able to land that, to make those shots? People know what's going to happen. Every fighter is training to get away from the right hand. But when it lands, there's nothing you can do about it because you're human. You get what I'm trying to say? And I just think the space Tyson Fury is in, he has to deal with that kind of logic. I got one. Whenever you hear Tyson Fury talk, he talk with very common sense, and he keep it very simple. If Deontay hits me, he knocks me out. If not, I beat him by decision. Now the narrative is switched. I'm going to knock him out in 2 rounds. But when he's talking and he's meaning it, well, if he hits me, he's going to knock me out. If not, then I'm going to win by decision. If I can't beat him, then I'm a bum. That's really how simple the fight is. Anybody that's fighting Deontay, though, if he land, it's over. If he don't land, it's over until he do land. If he can't get to you and you can escape 12 rounds, then it'll go to the decision. But we dealing with somebody that don't even know how that kind of shit feel, for real, for real. This is not Mike Tyson. Somebody you can hold and lounge around like the Bone Crusher Smiths did with Tyson. Mitch Green did that with Tyson. The Tony Tuckers. You get what I'm trying to say? If you shuck and jive with them a little bit, you can mess around and go the distance with a Mike Tyson. And to back my point up, Teddy Atlas used to say this when I was a kid. He used to say Mike Tyson made solemn agreements in the ring. And what that mean was he'll get in the inside, and if a guy want to hold him, Mike will let him hold him. Look what happens when people try to hold this dude. He's elbowing, he's getting you off. It's not, he's fighting. People say it's wild, people say it's this, people say it's that. I just think it's hunger, it's ambition, it's determination, it's all of that kind of shit. So, and it's a skill to me to be able to put people where you want them at, even though they don't want to be there. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't. Luis Ortiz didn't want to be there. He practiced. I got a tip from Luis Ortiz camp for the second fight. People wasn't even allowed to throw left hooks. His sparring guys was only able to throw 1-2s. If they threw a hook or right hook, anything from what I heard, it would Tom, no, just 1-2s. He trained 7 weeks with people throwing nothing but straight right hands at him. It meant nothing when you get in front of the specimen. because he's going to put you there. What Deontay have learned how to do in the last couple of years is create a comfortable environment for his opponent. He gets them comfortable. He gets them comfortable. They may land on the guard. He gets them comfortable. Then they get too comfortable, and it's too late. That skill, that kind of skill is up there to me with, you're not going to understand this, but it's so logical. Up there with the Pernell Whitakers do, with the Meldrick Taylors do, with the Roy Jones, like, you know what I'm talking? It's a skill to put a grown man in a position where you want him at to land your bomb. Mm-hmm. If people was thinking that he's just going out there still throwing wild punches and just getting lucky because he hits hard, they're insane. He's putting these guys there. They don't want to go there. He's putting them there. How is he putting them there? He's putting them there with his feet. He's putting them there with controls. He's putting them there with the open glove. He's putting them there with the backhand jab. By the time they realize what's going on, the missile land and then it's over. Mm-hmm. This has happened repeatedly. What we at the 40-something time? I was one of them. It happened. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I'm talking from experience. I'm talking about from what I see. It's different. This is different.
All right, so it's Joe Weller here in Las Vegas, first time ever. And pretty much, obviously, we're here for the Fury versus Wilder rematch. Obviously, it's happening this Saturday. And to be fair, obviously, cameraman's asked me to give a direct opinion on what I think is going to happen. But, like, I just don't think you can call it. Like, realistically, this fight, obviously, you know, what happened last time, we saw, obviously, Fury completely school Wilder, you know, take him apart boxing-wise. But it only takes, like, 2 seconds for Wilder to completely turn it around. And obviously, you know, we've seen Wilder, he's got momentum now from his, you know, previous couple of fights. And Fury, we've seen him look not amazing. But Fury, you know, like we normally see, normally matches whoever he's fighting. So, like, it may just be, yeah, he's gone against worse opposition in his past few fights. So that's maybe why he's not looked as good. But in this, you know, he's probably going to step it up again. Saying that, I think the big factor that, you know, that is going to play a part is the cut on Fury's eye. You know, if that comes out, in the first couple of rounds and starts spewing out, well, then it's going to have an effect. It's going to hold him back, and it's going to, like that. That could be the big thing that lets Fury down. But if that doesn't happen, then you got to look at it as, you know, from a boxing point of view, that it surely is Fury's to lose. Like, he's the better boxer. So, you know, I'm hoping that Fury's going to do that. But like I say, Wilder's only shown better sort of finishing ability, knockout ability in his past couple of fights. He's gone against Fury once now. Is he going to have improved? Analyse where he maybe went wrong and be able to capitalise. Like, maybe, like that can fully happen. Saying that, obviously we're hearing Fury say that he just will be able to knock Wilder out this time, and in 2 rounds. Is that likely? Is that just all chat? He's put on a bit of extra weight. For me, that would be the sickest, most unreal outcome if he does knock him out. And it's not like, it's not impossible. I know we're all saying, okay, it's not possible, but last time Fury was coming off the back of loads of weight loss. His tank wasn't there. He probably didn't have that sort of extra oomph to deliver a sort of, any sort of power punches. And you've got to hope and believe that this time, with the extra weight, with more time settled in at this weight, that he's going to have that ability. And yeah, he's 19 stone bloke. I mean, he punches you, it's going to hurt, and that's sort of like the fact. So yeah, overall though, I think Fury this time he's going to be more switched on. He's going to win on points, and Wilder's going to get frustrated. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, but it can go anyway. So yeah, there you go.
Do you see a possibility for a third fight happening?
100%. Well, that's the other thing as well. It's like, are both of them going to hold off the gas a little bit because they don't want to get too hurt going, they don't want to ruin the third fight, big payday. That's just fully possible. They may just, maybe more cagey this time. I don't want to get knocked out. I don't want to get too hurt so that we can set up the third fight to really go for it. That's just well possible as well. So, yeah.
And what's going on for you? Like, you've had a pretty cool little change really in career now, in some senses, do you know what I mean? Like, how's that going for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm loving doing the whole boxing stuff, like presenting with Sky, doing all this, obviously out here with BT. Yeah, it's sick. Like, I love boxing, mate. I love chatting about it, you know, analysing it and stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, not to say that I would like to still do my sort of funny videos, but I can't lie, like, I'm enjoying this stuff a bit more, if I'm honest. So yeah, man, it's sick, and I hope it, yeah, just to continue doing it and eventually break into real boxing. You know, I know like a lot of people will go, yeah, Weller, mate, you've got no credibility. How can you get into real boxing? But mate, just pick a goal and go for it. I don't give a shit. I want to do this. So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
That's great, man. That's real cool.
Yeah.
So is there any chance we see you in the ring?
In the ring again, mate, we'll see. I reckon, I just said on a Coogan interview, maybe not now, but I reckon in the future, it may get to a point when I'm like more of like a bloke, grown up man. You know, I'm still a bit young at the moment. I think when I'm to that point where I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm to a point where I feel like I want to go back and correct that mistake. I think maybe, but right now I'm enjoying doing this stuff. You know, getting into boxing, learning about boxing, and just keeping it at that for now.
What do your like friends and family think to it all as well? Because in a sense, you are like now doing like what Joe Rogan does for the UFC, but for YouTube boxing. Like, do your friends and family understand the magnitude of what's really happening, or is it just like?
Well, yeah, yeah. No, obviously, I think the whole like seeing me on Sky Sports is the mad thing, because that's something we've all watched since we were little. You know, we've all just, you know, that is like the top. And to now see me like representing, it's like, it's fucked, like it's weird, but it's, yeah, you know, it is cool. And yeah, they all support it, they all like rate it, and they want to see me pursue this as well. It's like a natural progression, I guess.
Sure.
So,
That's
yeah.
great, man.